Welcome to the Coach's Corner. We are here at the Tivoli Tap House where you can find great food as well as great beer. I'm Tanya Almanza, and alongside me is Dockery. Connor, how's your weekend, man?
Well, pretty disappointing, honestly, because the Detroit Lions had a very disappointing outing. But enough about the Lions. Yeah. What is this little trophy you got here?
Well, I actually won this trophy in my performance for broadcast class. I had the best stand-up in it, and, I won, so I'm pretty happy about this. So that's why we have to show it off today,
Well, congratulations, Tony. You're just lucky that I was not in that class because you already know I would have won.
I don't know about that, but so, Connor, who do we have on the show today?
So first up, we're going to have Athletic Director Dr. Anthony Grant. He's going to be talking to us about the possible move for MSU Denver up to Division I. Also joining us is going to be women's basketball head coach Tanya Haave as her squad is getting ready for the new season. And also from the women's basketball squad is sophomore guard Mariah Schroeder. She's going to be telling us about how excited she is for the new season.
Cool. So before we bring in Dr. Grant, we want to give you guys a recap of what happened this past weekend in Roadrunner sports. Our men's soccer team celebrated 5 amazing seniors who have definitely left the mark on the Roadrunners program. They played their last game at the Regency Athletic Complex, and they represented the program admirably, donning the red and blue jersey. It was a tough match on the pitch as Westminster took the victory 3-1. They played the last game at the Regency Athletic Complex, and they represented the program admirably, donning that red and blue jersey. It was a tough match on the pitch at Westminster. Took the victory 3-1. Senior Jaden Moreschini scored the lone Roadrunner goal. But the season is far from over. It's time for the RMAC tournament, and the men's soccer squad enters as a 6th seed, which means they will take on Colorado Mesa in Grand Junction on Tuesday night. Mesa won the previous meeting 1-0 in Grand Junction earlier this season, so time for a little revenge for the squad.
The women's soccer team finished up their regular season with a blowout 6-0 victory over Black Hills State on the road. Taylor Rising recorded 2 goals in the match, and the win puts MSU Denver in the 5th seed of the postseason tournament. Head coach Tracy Chow and the squad will visit Dixie State on Tuesday night for the first round. Visit RoadrunnersAthletics.com to keep up with both the men's and women's teams as they battle in the playoffs.
The volleyball team took care of business on the road this past weekend. First, they swept Black Hills State 3-0 before taking down South Dakota Mines, also by a score of 3-0 score. The Roadrunners tallied 90 digs in the Saturday victory and now sit in 4th spot of the RMAC standings. Coach Jenny Glenn and her squad will have one more weekend in the regular season before the playoffs get going next week. So now we welcome in MSU Denver Athletics Director Dr. Anthony Grant. Dr. Grant, thank you much for being here.
What's up? What's up? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
Good to see you guys.
So we were supposed to have men's soccer coach Jeremy Tittle scheduled for tonight's show, but because they have plans with the RMAC tournament tomorrow night, we don't have him. So as an athletic director, how exciting is it come playoff time?
It's really exciting. I mean, first off, want to wish congratulations to men's and women's soccer, and good luck to them moving forward. We spend all year in the regular season trying to get a favorable seed so we can move into the postseason. That's what we're about. That's what the plan is for MSU Denver Athletics. So we're excited that we got this opportunity to advance to the conference playoffs, but we're looking to continue to advance and hopefully move on to the NCAA tournament.
Well, Dr. Grant, it's time to address the elephant in the room, the burning thing that everybody has on their minds. How about that Eagles win over the Jaguars?
Outstanding win there in London. I was hoping you guys would ask me that. I think that's burning for me. I don't know if it's for everybody else.
Well, in all seriousness, ever since the news came out that MSU Denver is doing a Division I study, everyone's asking questions about what that means, if it's possible. Do we even add a football team? It's kind of all over the place.
Right.
So let's first ask about the Division I thing, and what exactly is a feasibility study?
I mean, pretty much what we do is we've hired out an external consultant. We're working with collegiate consultants. They're actually on campus right now. They look at what it sounds like, the feasibility of an institution moving, in our situation, moving from Division II to Division I. They look at the financials, they look at the expenses of it, they look at the revenue. They also come to campus to do a site visit and speak with athletics constituents. They speak with other individuals across campus, administration, board members. They also speak with faculty, students, community members, all the people that would be impacted by this potential move. The goal of this is to get as much information as possible in order for us to make the best decision that we can. At this particular point, this is just a fact-finding state for us. And then once we get all the information, once we've heard from the constituent groups that we're meeting with, then we'll sit down with the president, we'll sit down with board members, we'll sit down with other individuals to help us make this decision to determine whether or not we'll move forward with the Division I invitation. So, and I can tell you football is not a part of it. So folks out there, no football. Okay, all right. Continue.
So how do faculties play a factor in the study, and what is it going to take for the department to make that move?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Oh, yeah. So how do faculties play a factor in this study? Facilities, facilities. I'm sorry about that, yeah.
Okay.
Worded it wrong, sorry about that. Facilities,
the faculty plays a big role.
Facilities, sorry about that, yeah.
Facilities, yeah. Facilities
to make that move.
Yep, no problem. You know, when you look at again, going through a feasibility study, you look at all the different things. We talked about the finances, we talked about the environment and the tenor of the university to see if this is something we want to do in the community. But, you know, facilities are also, you know, a big deal. I believe our outdoor facilities are, again, outstanding. I think we're right on par, you know, with moving to Division I from the outdoor facilities. Mm-hmm. Indoor facilities, we need some work. Even if we stayed Division II, we would need work in the PE Event Center. It's okay for us right now, but it's old. It's not reflective of the level of competition and the tradition that we have for our men's and women's basketball teams as well as our volleyball program. So regardless of whether or not we transition to Division I, we still need to look at that facility and see what enhancements we need to put in there so that our student athletes, our coaches, and our fans have that top-notch experience. Now, obviously, when you go to Division I, the WAC is a basketball-only conference, so those are the flagship sports. Men's and women's basketball, I mean, that's it right there. And so you have to invest, and facilities obviously is going to play a big role, and that's something that we're going to need to look at if we move forward with that transition. But again, I will say that even if we stay at Division II, that's an area that we need to look into, and I believe we are already starting to do that.
So when you look at and move from Division II to Division I, this isn't just the athletics department.
Correct.
For those who don't know, it's not just the athletics that is affected, it's the entire school that gets affected.
Right.
So there's going to be a lot more than just the athletics department that's going to have a say as well, right?
Yes, correct. So that's why it's important for this feasibility study, the site visit portion is so important. And being able to meet with upper administration, the president, the VPs, the board of trustees, the foundation board members, community cabinet, as well as faculty, other staff, students. And it's not just limited to the coaches and student athletes and administration within the athletics department. We are one part of it, but it's really, as you alluded to, it's a university. It has an impact on the broader university. And it's the decision-making process is outside of just me. It's in addition to my position, it'll be the president, the board, and some others to really make a determination of whether or not this is the right move for the university.
So can you give us some pros and cons if MSU Denver were to go D1? But you said, right, no football, right?
No football.
Okay.
No football. And depending on how you look at it, that could be a pro and a con. I don't know.
Okay.
But in terms of the pros, I mean, you know, I'm a sports fan. You're a sports fan. You know, we watch Division I, you know, athletics, and it's exciting. You know, especially the Power 5. You know, that's the highest level of intercollegiate athletics, and you know, as a fan, it's great, right? So, you know, ideally, you know, if you move to Division I, it'll ignite the fan base, ignite, you know, the alumni base, and add some buzz to the department. I think, you know, that's one element. In terms of from a university perspective, a lot of universities that transition from whatever division to Division I do it in order to elevate the profile of the institution on a national platform. We are a regional comprehensive institution, and this could be an opportunity to expand on one of many flagship programs that we have at this institution in order to enhance our national profile. And then, you know, there's also, I think I talked about the buzz and the fan base and the alumni base. There's also a lot of revenue generating opportunities, you know, the money games, and hopefully get some donors to come out of the woodwork and invest and whatnot. So, you know, that's on the plus side. The challenge is, it's expensive to be Division I. You know, that would I'm not going to put the numbers out there right now, but it would be an exponential increase to our operating budget in order to be able to be in the mix with Division I, right?
Yes.
The other piece is the philosophy. Division II, has that life in the balance, right? There's a very deliberate balance between the athletics and the academics. Division I, I'm not going to speak in absolutes, but there is more of a business model across the board in Division I than there is that student-centered focus. So you have to look at that. And then the last thing is, how do we define success athletically? With men's basketball, women's basketball being up there, standing out as our flagship programs, our focus is going to be probably winning conference championships and not national championships. At Division II, with a little bit more investment, we can get back to winning national championships across the board. Division I, like I said, it's conference championships, and you want to give yourself an opportunity to get to the big dance in basketball, right? You'll be a lower seed, and you run into the Dukes, and you run into the Michigan States, right?
Yes.
But with that, it still gives a lot of exposure to the university. At the same time, you have to juggle, okay, for athletically, again, how do we define success? And I think that's something that, as an institution, if we decide to go Division I, we'll really have to have a serious conversation of what that looks like.
So let's say that this D1 move does happen. Kind of how long does the process take to get everything up and running to go into playing in the WAC?
It's a 4-year process to be full membership to Division I. In that period of time, there's transition conference-wise, but you're still not going to be permitted to move into the postseason until you're a full Division I member. So this isn't something that we decide, hey, overnight, we're going to go Division I, and then all of a sudden, we're bang, that's it. It's a long process. And then even with the feasibility study, this is going to take us through the end of the year, and we hope to have the final report back so we can analyze it, and hopefully we'll have an answer about which direction we'll go, either by the end of this semester, or potentially moving early into next semester. But we don't want to draw this out, but we do want to do our due diligence and make sure we have all the information before we make that decision.
So if students or faculty want more information of this subject, there are forums being held tomorrow, correct?
Correct. Yep. We are going to be in the Jordan Success Building. We're going to be in the main conference room, room 440. And I believe the student forum is from noon to 1, and then the faculty forum is from 4 to 5. For the students watching, we will be serving pizza. So come out and hang out. And then for the faculty, we've been promoting it through the Early Bird publication. We've also been working with Faculty Senate and our faculty athletic representatives in order to get the word out to the faculty to come and provide their feedback during the forums.
Well, Dr. Grant, thank you so much. We appreciate you for coming on the show and taking your time off. And, good luck with your Eagles, since, the Broncos aren't playing good. So
No problem, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
As
thank
always,
you.
Appreciate you both.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
So we'll be taking our first break, but don't go anywhere. It's time to bring you the tweet of the week. It comes from the Roadrunners TV account. The Roadrunners TV crew battled the men's soccer team a few weekends ago. The crew tried to play soccer while the men's team tried out their broadcast skills. Some of us tried to play goalkeeper while some tried to do an interview. It was quite the time, and you need to check that out on our Roadrunner TV Twitter account. But it's that time for a commercial break. But stay close. We'll talk basketball with women's head coach Tanya Haave up next on the Coach's Corner.
In the heart of the city, Metropolitan State University of Denver is holding the line on the American dream. Our students come from every background and experience. They are tenacious, purposeful, entrepreneurial. They choose the highest quality and best value in Colorado higher education, and they choose their own roads for more than 70 undergrad and graduate degrees. Relevant, hands-on, and affordable education. Discover your road to success at msudenver.edu.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, If you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
I'm Michaela Gonzalez, senior forward from the women's basketball team.
Going to dish into the post for Gonzalez, and that one is good for 2.
And you're watching the Coach's Corner. Get rowdy.
Welcome back to the show. Before we talk some hoops with Coach Haave, we want to tell you about a great event that is happening right here at the Tivoli Tap House. The Tap House is hosting their Build and Brews event this Thursday at 7 p.m. You can build a Lego drone for this Build and Brews event. You can buy your tickets online at tivolibrewingco.com. And as usual with these events, the first round of beer is on the Tap House. Hard to beat that deal. So come to the Tap House this Thursday at 7 p.m. so you can get some great beer and build a cool Lego drone. Again, visit tivolibrewing.com to purchase your tickets. So now we say hello to head coach of the women's basketball team, Tanya Haave. Coach, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me, as always.
Yeah. So this is your 9th season coaching this women's basketball
I know, it's hard
team.
to believe. 9.
Right.
Wow.
So do you still get that excited feeling when you get this chance to mold these women both on the court and off the court?
Absolutely, and especially with this year's team, but every team, because that's the great thing about athletics is that every season's a new season. It's like you're being born again or something, and it's the same way with this team, and every team's different, and it's an exciting time. We just had our first 2 scrimmages over the weekend, and so absolutely, when that feeling goes away, I probably need to stop coaching. So it's been it's really fun, really excited to get started.
So you're coming off an exciting 2017-2018 season where you reached the NCAA tournament and even earned a win in the first round. So what does that season like that do for your program?
Well, I think what it does is for the players that have worked so hard and they thought that it was this goal way out in the distance, and then so we attain that goal and they win a game, and then they almost win another game, and they see, oh, now we can do this, and then they pass that on to the younger ones. So the new ones this year, hey, this is the expectation. This is what we can do. And so I think it's really, really important that we had that type of success. Now, that was in the past, new year, but I think it shows them a path there. And it's a reward for their hard work, but more importantly, shows them the path, a path to that goal.
So you just touched a little bit on it, but so there's a nice mix of returners as well as a lot of new players on the team this season. So what specifically from that NCAA experience do those returners have to offer for some of those rookies on the squad?
And you're right, I did say a little bit of it, but just some of their experience or how you do things or attention to detail or how we do things in the program. One of our seniors, Jalen Smith, and another one, Emily Hardigan, have done an amazing job of showing our players in preseason how things are done, what to do, coaching them on the floor. It's been really nice to see. So, and just their wisdom. They've been through the grind. They know what it's like. They're telling them, hey, I know it was a tough day today, but you'll get through it. Just giving them that pat on the back that, hey, we know what you're going through, and it's going to be okay. You'll get through it.
So from those returners, who are you looking for to be the leaders and to be the face of the program?
Well, it starts with our seniors. It's Jalen Smith, Emily Hardigan, Johnny Whitwer, and Michaela Gonzalez. We've got 4 great seniors that 3 of them have been in the program 3 years. Well, Emily's 4 years. She's a 5th-year senior. And then you've got Michaela Gonzalez, who seems like she's been here for 4 years, just fits in so well with the program. So those will be the leaders that we'll be leaning on quite a bit this year.
So later on the show, we have sophomore guard Mariah Schroeder later on the show. Can you tell us a little bit about her?
Well, Mariah is an ultra-athletic guard from Minnesota, a 2-guard. She can play a little bit of a point guard, but she's more of a 2-guard. But coming off a little bit of a groin injury, so nagging injury for her this preseason, but super hard worker, great teammate, and like I said, super athletic. Got a great mid-range pull-up jumper, and is going to be a great defender. Will be a big part of our plans this year.
Right. So you have a couple of scrimmages so far. How are they looking in the early going, and what are some things you want to see from this team before the first game of the 2018-2019 season?
What they're really doing well, like I said, we had a couple scrimmages against some junior colleges over the weekend. They share the ball really well. We had 21 and 23 assists. It was great. Really passing the ball well, sharing it, running offense. I'd say the things to work on, some detail things, transition defense, maybe communicating a little more on on defense, knowing each other a little bit better on offense. So things that are real fixable, but been very, very pleased with what I've seen so far.
Well, Coach, I don't know if you know, but we have a new segment here that we play with the coaches. We ask them a trivia question and about the sport the coach.
I hope I pass.
Yeah, the coach that has the most points at the end of the season wins a prize. So
I hope I win.
Eric says that he has a lot of good knowledge about, the Roadrunners history, right?
Yeah, I hope so. We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, that's true.
All right, shoot. Give me your best shot.
It's multiple choice question, so I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, so here's the question. Who is the all-time leaders in assists in women's program history? Is it A, Stephanie Allen? Is it B, Jasmine Cervantes? Or is it C, Jalen Smith?
I am going to go with B, Jasmine Cervantes.
Correct. Yes.
Yes, perfect.
Good job. So
I passed my first test. That's good.
You do have an extra chance at a bonus point.
I'll go for it.
How many assists did she have in her Roadrunner career?
Jazz.
We'll give it to you if you're close.
482.
Oh, that was really close. You were 20 off. It was 462.
We'll give it to him.
462. I try to do about how many per season, so I get a little bit bonus.
Yeah, you get. So you're now tied with Coach Glenn for the lead. You both have 2 points apiece. So congratulations.
Perfect. Oh, great! Thank you. This is fun. Look forward to doing that.
Well, Coach, thanks so much for coming on the show, and great luck to you this season.
Thank you so much. Look forward to coming back.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll be taking one last break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be talking more basketball with Mariah Schroeder up next on the Coach's Corner.
I'm Fantasia Sturgis, a senior outside hitter for the volleyball team.
Roadrunners advantage here. And Sturgis, the All-American, pounding one through there.
And you're watching Coach's Corner. Get rowdy.
Welcome back to the show. Before we get to know Mariah, we want to make sure you visit shopmsudenver.com. It's your home for all your Roadrunner apparel. With the cold weather coming in, you can find sweatshirts, sweatpants, scarves, blankets, and much more. So go visit shopmsudenver.com so you can represent Mariah and all the Roadrunners all season long. So now we welcome in Mariah Schroeder from the women's basketball team. Mariah, thank you much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So you're a sophomore this season. Tell us how your freshman year went last year, and what were the hardest things for you to adapt in college, both on the court and off?
I mean, freshman year was definitely a learning experience. I came from like a really small school. I played one-on-one basketball, so it was really hard kind of learning to play as a team, but I mean, I learned so much. I'm so thankful, everybody was so patient with me, and I mean, it's definitely, I can tell this year, now I'm starting to teach the freshmen too. I mean, it's great. It was a good year.
So you're from Minnesota. Can you tell us why you decided to play basketball here at MSU Denver? Is it because of the weather, maybe, because it's much warmer here in Denver?
I mean, I love the weather out here, but I guess what really made me make my final decision was when I met the team out here. It just felt like family automatically. I fit in, everybody was so great, and I mean, yeah, it is like family here. I love it.
Nice. So what do you miss most from Minnesota? Is it your family? Is it the food? What is it?
Yeah, I miss my family. Hot dish, I miss hot dish from back home. Yeah, I don't know, I really like it out here.
What is hot dish?
Hot dish is like casserole kind of, noodles and meat and stuff. I love it. It's what we eat back home.
So we just had your head coach on the show just a little bit ago. Tell us what it's like playing for Coach Haave, and is there anything that she's said or done that has stood out to you so far in this early season?
I mean, it's a great experience playing for Coach Haave. She gets really intense and she can be on you, but it's really good. It makes you a better player. And this season, I mean, she's been really great. I mean, she pushes all of us. She pushes all the freshmen, but I guess, I don't know, she's just been really great about it. Like, we know we have a young team, and she's just getting us to play all together. I don't know. It's been a really fun year. I love playing for her.
So in high school, you were the valedictorians, so which means you are the smartest person here at this table. So what do you want to major in at Metro, and what's your dream job once you're done?
My major is biology. My minor is chemistry, so I'm kind of like a big nerd. My dream job is I want to be a doctor, so lots of schooling coming up, but yeah.
And do you want to do that here in Denver, or?
I mean, wherever I get into med school, but I kind of want to stay out here, I think. I love it out here, yeah.
So what kind of a doctor do you want to be?
I don't know yet. Kind of got to wait and see. I don't know. No idea.
All right.
So one more question before you go. So what is one thing you worked at, like your game for this upcoming season, to make you that much better?
Oh, for sure, outside shooting. I mean, my pull-up mid-range game was kind of my bread and butter, so we lost Squires last year, so definitely outside shooting I worked on a lot this year.
Nice. Well, Mariah, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
So before we wrap things up, we want to tell you guys what there is to come in Road Runner Sports. It's playoff time for our soccer teams, and both are heading on the road to compete for the RMAC tournament title. The women will head to St. George, Utah to battle the Trailblazers on Tuesday night. That match will kick off at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. The men will head west to Grand Junction to face off against 23rd ranked Colorado Mesa on Tuesday night as well. They'll get going at 6 p.m. and you can watch both games on Stretch Internet. So find both video links at roadrunnerathletics.com. If either of our teams advance, they'll play on Friday night in the semifinals, and that championship matches will take place on Sunday. So follow them at roadrunnerathletics.com.
Our volleyball team has one more weekend in the regular season before their playoffs start. They'll host Chadron State not once, but twice this week, and those games will take place at home on Thursday night and Friday night. Both matches will be set to go at 7 p.m., so come on down to the Regency Athletic Complex to cheer on the volleyball squad as they head towards that RMAC tournament. Friday night is senior night, and they would love for nothing more than to have a full crowd on hand to play for. If you can't be there, Roadrunners TV will have all the action covered on Stretch Internet. And finally, our cross-country teams will be competing in the RMAC Championships this Saturday morning. And guess what? The meet is taking place right here in Denver, so come on out and support Coach Trent Mack and his squad as they look to bring home some hardware this Saturday. Check out roadrunnersathletics.com for more details.
So one more note, we'll be bringing you guys to Coach's Corner next week at the Auraria Event Center. Mariah and her women's basketball team will be getting ready for the exhibition matchup that night, so we thought it would be pretty cool to have the show over there. We could bring you guys the highlights and all the things Roadrunner stuff. So that's going to do it for...
So that's right, Tony. We're going to be having Coach Michael Ball, head coach of the men's basketball team, and a player from that team. Maybe I can convince him to let me suit up some games for the Roadrunners. Maybe, man. I mean, do you have a good jump shot, or what is it? Well, I love shooting mid-range jumpers like Mariah over here, but I love playing defense. Defense is my calling card, so Coach Ball, want defense, look no further. Defense for the championships. So we're going to be there for next Monday. We're leaving the Tap House temporarily, but don't fret. We'll be right back here the following week. All right, sounds like a great show. But for this show, we want to thank Dr. Grant, Coach Haave, and Mariah for coming on the show. For Connor Dockery, I'm Tony Almanza. We'll see you next time on the Coach's Corner.